Today we're talking about how to make your hair straight. And yes, I'm going to do a video on how to make your hair curly, how to make your hair wavy, which I have done similar videos in the past, but today we're specifically talking about how to make your hair straight. So there's really, in my opinion, two ways to do it: naturally or chemically. Chemically is if you have hair like this, okay, really curly, and you get a process done which is called a straightener, a relaxer, a keratin. I mean, there's different types of chemical treatments and services you can get that straightens your hair chemically. What do I mean by that? Well, you take this hair strand, for example, and by applying an actual real product that is a chemical, it changes the structure and the shape and pattern of the hair from curly like this to pretty much pin straight. What happens then? So this will remain for the most part straight, right? Because you've altered the structure of the hair. But what happens is, just like hair color, you're going to get new growth coming in. That new growth is going to be your natural curl pattern, which means you have to get this service done every month and a half, or 2 months, or 3 months, depending on how often you want to get this done and the commitment you're looking to make. So just keep in mind, a lot of people want to get chemical services on their hair. It's a commitment, and it permanently changes the structure of your hair, not your new hair coming in, because that's untouched, but the hair that previously had the service done. It's going to stay like that until it either grows out fully and you cut it out. There's no way it's reverting back to what it was. It's pretty straightforward, and there's different levels. You do have to be cautious because it can change the texture and possibly damage your hair. But also, if you've got really curly hair and say you get a keratin treatment done and it's not strong enough, it will still keep your hair somewhat curly, and you may not be happy with it if you want your hair pinned straight. Talk to your stylist. They will advise you on what is best for you. The next way to make your hair straight is the natural way, by using some sort of effort with a brush and a blow dryer. It's that simple. So what I like to do is go in with a brush like this, all right? The hair has to be wet. You can do it dry, but just for me, in my opinion, when doing it on wet hair, it just makes it so much easier. And I've done, videos in the past about blow drying and things like that. But the way you go about doing it is you lock this in when the hair's wet, and the nozzle and the brush are working in sync together as one. Okay? And I like to go over it and over it and over it. I don't suggest pulling this all the way down and sitting here like this. All you're doing is singeing the hair. You can create knots in the hair. I like to really smooth and move, right? So it's kind of like you're always continuously working the product and the brush through the hair. You're keeping the nozzle and the brush working together in sync, and that will help produce a straighter result for your hair. The biggest question I get is that going to be permanent? No. The minute you wash your hair, the minute your entire head gets any sort of water on it, it's going to spring back to this because it's not permanent. It's a temporary solution. It requires work. That's why you hear people say when you straighten your hair, when you blow dry it, don't wash it for a few days because you want this to last. It's a big job, especially if you have a ton of hair. Now, if you have shorter hair, say you've got like an undercut and you got really short hair throughout the sides and the top is just curly, it's the same thing. Just apply the same method and same technique and really go through it and be very thorough. Then you can put like a shine spray or something in it, but you really want to make it as smooth as possible without damaging your hair. And then there's also one other way, and that's using a smoothing iron. Okay, a smoothing iron is basically like what you see a curling iron for making curls. This helps make the hair straight. What you want to do is you could spray, like a heat protection spray, like my 25 spray when the hair is damp, and then when the hair is fully dry, you can use this tool to lock the hair in and smooth it out. This is applying heat to it. So it's a heat tool, all right, or a hot tool. You do have to be careful. You do not want to apply this on damp hair. You don't want to sit there and singe this like this, because the hair will break off. You've seen the viral video in the past probably, where the girl's just sitting there like this for like 40 seconds to a minute, and she goes like this, and her hair is so fried that it just breaks right off in half. You don't want to do that. Same thing with the blow dryer and the brush. You want to consistently keep it moving like this, and you can adjust the temperature to your liking there, but it goes up to 400 degrees, which is really, really hot. So, it's a very, very extreme hot tool. Be very careful when you're using it. And with something like this, most of the time, we're using a hair cutting comb or something to kind of guide the tool through the hair like this, so you're getting the knots out. Sometimes you may have knots in your hair and you don't want to iron those in. You're better off using the comb like so and working together like this. So again, same thing. The minute you wash it, it's going to spring back to its natural state. And I hope that you found this video helpful. If you are interested in this type of haircut right here, okay? See this haircut? I actually did a full step-by-step tutorial on a video with a video on demand that you can purchase. There's no ads, no nothing. It's it's over an hour long, and I break this down step by step. It's really a true haircutting class, a little bit different than what we have here on YouTube. So I suggest doing it. The link is in the description below of where you can purchase it. It's on sale, right? Normally I was charging $100. I said, you know what? Let's make it $30. So, and I charge hundreds of dollars for a haircut. So that's it. If you're interested in learning how to do this, men's haircutting or creating some sort of layered shape, $30 for an investment to learn how to do it in the description below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.